Hi friends, it's Pastor Veronica here with a story just for you. As I sit here in my great-great-grandma Jenny's rocking chair, I'm thinking about all the times that I had family read stories to me. So I've loved reading stories to all of you on Tuesday and Thursday evenings, and of course you can watch them anytime, but if you want to watch them live, it's Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Central on our Facebook page. Of course, you can also find all of our previously recorded stories on the video tab on our Facebook page. You can also find them on our YouTube channel. Just do a search for Emmanuel Lutheran Church Killeen, and you can find our stories as well on our website, www.killeenemmanuel.com. Tonight's story is Who's Who at the Zoo, written by Ellen Weiss and illustrated by Tom Cooke, featuring the Sesame Street Muppet characters, including my very favorite, Big Bird. And there's a big bird on the cover. Now, I want you, as we read along, to try to guess all the animals at the zoo. I love going to the zoo and I love animals. So this is going to be a fun book to read. So just to start out, I'm going to give you a chance. What is, not this bird, this bird. What bird is this on the cover? Do you know what's special about this bird? It's the biggest bird in the world, and it doesn't fly. All right, are you shouting it out? Well, just in case you didn't know, this is an ostrich. That's a funny name for a bird, isn't it? But it's a very big bird. Let's see what other animals we can see in our story today. Oh, here's another animal. It's a tall, tall animal with a long tongue that likes to eat leaves. Do you know what this animal is called? I think I might have heard someone say it. That's right, it's a giraffe. You got it. Okay. All right, here we go. Who's Who at the Zoo. It was a beautiful sunny day, and Big Bird, Ernie, and Bert went to the zoo. I can't wait to see the ostrich, said Big Bird. He's a big bird, too. I want to visit the pandas, said Ernie. Look, there's some pigeons, said Bert. Oh, happy day. There they are. What about you? When you go to the zoo, what's your favorite animal? Do you have one you always look forward to seeing? For me, I like to see all kinds of animals. I like to see penguins. Some zoos have penguins. And I really like giraffes. And some zoos have flamingos. I'm not sure what my favorite animal is. Maybe otters? I don't know. Maybe you can help me decide. Mr. Snuffleupagus asked me to say hello to his friend at the zoo, said Big Bird. He took a bag out of his backpack. He asked me to give his friend these peanuts. Who is Snuffy's friend? Asked Ernie. Oh dear, said Big Bird. I can't remember. Do you mean, said Bert, that we're supposed to go see somebody, but we don't know who it is? How are we ever going to find Snuffy's friend? Well, I do remember one thing Snuffy told me, said Big Bird. His friend has 4 legs. Here we are. There he's pulling the bag of peanuts out. So we got our first clue. Snuffleupagus's friend has 4 legs and likes to eat peanuts. That animal has 4 legs, said Ernie. That's a leopard, said Bert. Oh, hi, Mr. Leopard, said Big Bird. But this is not Snuffy's friend, Big Bird said to Ernie and Bert. Snuffy's friend doesn't have spots. Here we go. There's the leopard with his spots. All the way over there. You see him? Well, let's see who's on this next page. Well then, maybe it's that rhinoceros, said Ernie. She has 4 legs, and she doesn't have any spots. No, I don't think so, said Big Bird. I'm sure Snuffy would have told me if his friend had a great big horn like that. See the big horns on the front of the rhinoceros? Look at those lions, said Ernie. Lions have 4 legs and no horns. One of them must be Snuffy's friend. I don't think so, said Big Bird. Snuffy didn't say anything about a mane. These lions have manes on their necks, all right, said Bert. Wow, look at those lions. What sound does a lion make? Can you make a sound like a lion with me? Roar! Here are the pandas, said Bert. Maybe that one is Snuffy's friend. He doesn't have a mane. I don't know, said Big Bird. Look at those claws. I'm sure Snuffy's friend doesn't have claws. There's the pandas. Do you know what country pandas come from? They come from China. This chimpanzee doesn't have claws, said Ernie. That's true, but he has hands, said Big Bird. Snuffy would have told me if his friend had real hands. There we go. There's a chimpanzee. Do you know what sound a chimpanzee makes? Ooh, 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 ah, 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 ah. Maybe you can make that sound too? Oh, there's the zebra. Maybe she's Mr. Snuffleupagus' friend, said Ernie. Big Bird thought about it. No, I'm sure Snuffy would have said something about the zebra's black and white stripes. I don't think the zebra is Snuffy's friend. What about the giraffe? Asked Ernie. Maybe he's Snuffy's friend. I think Snuffy would have mentioned it if his friend had such a long neck. Do you see the zebra and the giraffe? They have very pretty markings on them. Zebras are black and white, and giraffes have spots and are really tall. They're very unique animals, aren't they? Have you ever seen a zebra or a giraffe? Oh, look, here's the ostrich, said Big Bird. Hello, Mr. Ostrich. I'm sure you're not Snuffy's friend, said Bert. You only have 2 legs. And feathers, said Ernie. Hee hee. Wait a second, said Bert. All you've told us about Snuffy's friend is that he has 4 legs. What else do you know about him, Big Bird? Well, let's see. Snuffy said his friend had wrinkly skin, said Big Bird. Maybe he's a giant tortoise like that one over there, said Ernie. I'll bet he even has wrinkles under his shell. So we had first the ostrich and then the tortoise. Did you know that tortoises live to be hundreds of years old? I don't think it's a tortoise, said Big Bird. I just remembered that Snuffy's friend has big ears. Big ears, said Bert thoughtfully. Maybe it's a rabbit. Oh, there's lots of rabbits in that picture. Aw, look at them. 1, 2, 3, 4 bunny rabbits. No, it can't be a rabbit, said Big Bird. Snuffy's friend is very big. I know, the hippopotamus, cried Ernie. He has 4 legs, wrinkly skin, and he certainly is big. But, said Big Bird, I can't say hippopotamus. The hippopotamus does not have a snuffle. A snuffle, cried Bert. You didn't say anything about a snuffle. We'll never find an animal in the zoo with a snuffle. What do you think he means by a snuffle? And also, can you say the word hippopotamus? I had a lot of trouble with it. And you know what? It's okay that grown-ups sometimes have a hard time with words too. That's a big word. I bet sometimes you struggle with learning new words as well. And even a word you've known for a long time might come out completely differently than you expect. And that's okay. Let's say it together. Hippopotamus. Great! Look! Mr. Elephant has a great big snuffle, yelled Big Bird. That's a trunk, said Bert. It looks just like a snuffle to me, said Big Bird. And he has 4 legs, wrinkly skin, huge ears, and he's very big. Yes, but does he like peanuts? Asked Ernie. Let's see. Does he like peanuts? Let's see, said Big Bird. Hi, Mr. Elephant. Your friend Snuffleupagus sent you these peanuts, and he says hello. The elephant grabbed the bag with his snuffle trunk and dumped the peanuts into his mouth. The elephant is Snuffy's friend, all right, said Ernie. He likes the peanuts. The end. Do you know how to make the sound of an elephant? Or do the action that an elephant makes? In our house, this is how we pretend to be elephants. And that's our way of showing our snuffle or our trunk. Maybe you can try it too. I think I hear lots of good elephant sounds. Well, whatever your favorite animal is at the zoo, even if you didn't see it in our book, Who's Who at the Zoo, I hope that you have a book about your favorite animal. And if you don't, maybe your parents or guardians can help you find a book about your favorite animal. Whether it's an animal that lives in the water, or an animal that lives in the trees, or an animal that lives down in the ground. Whatever it is, I hope you can spend lots of time learning about your favorite animal. And maybe you can help me pick my new favorite animal, since I haven't been able to decide yet. All right, friends, that's our story for this evening. I hope you have a wonderful night and sleep well. And remember, God loves you, and so do I. Good night.